I remember sweltering in my garage last summer, desperately trying to cool down without spending a fortune on hardwiring a traditional ceiling fan. I bought a cheap socket fan, only to have it rattle endlessly and barely push a breeze. Finding a decent light socket ceiling fan that actually cools a room without sounding like a lawnmower is incredibly frustrating. Today, we're fixing that. I've tested the top contenders on the market to find out which ones actually deliver powerful airflow and bright lighting, and which one reigns supreme. Let's count them down. 5. Credelin B0F8ZVLQDB. When I first unboxed this unit, I appreciated the compact design and straightforward presentation. It screws directly into any standard E26 socket, making installation entirely painless without ever needing to call an electrician. I initially installed this fan in my small walk-in closet to see how it handles confined, stuffy spaces on a daily basis. The LED panel provides a decent, bright output that easily illuminates the dark corners of the room. It features adjustable color temperatures, giving you basic options between warm and cool lighting depending on your mood. However, though, when evaluating the actual cooling performance, I quickly found its major limitations. The plastic blades are relatively small, and even on the maximum speed setting, the airflow is exceptionally weak unless you are standing perfectly still directly beneath the fixture. Another point of frustration during my testing was the included remote control. The infrared receiver on the Credelin is quite finicky, requiring me to point the remote at an awkward, highly specific angle just to register a simple button press. This lack of responsiveness became incredibly annoying when trying to turn off the light quickly before walking out of the room, often forcing me to click the button 3 or 4 times. Ultimately, the Credelin is barely functional for anything beyond a tiny, unoccupied space. The lighting works as intended, but it lacks the necessary fan power and intuitive control consistency to rank any higher on this list. If you simply need a slightly upgraded light bulb with a minimal breeze for a closet, it might suffice, but it falls short as a true room cooling solution. 4. Garwarm B0F2H6ZHR2. This model felt like a slight step up in build quality, boasting a slightly more refined aesthetic right out of the box. I screwed this unit into the overhead socket of my home office, hoping to create a breezy, comfortable workspace for long hours. The initial burst of light was impressively bright, easily flooding the entire room with excellent, workable illumination. The fan boasts multiple speed settings, and on the lowest option, it provided a genuinely comfortable airflow that kept the office feeling fresh. Unfortunately, the illusion shattered when I actually needed maximum cooling during the mid-afternoon heat. Cranking the fan to its highest speed caused the internal motor to develop a noticeable, irritating mechanical rattle. During periods of deep focus or important video calls, this constant vibration was entirely too distracting, forcing me to keep the speed lowered. I also encountered a rather frustrating glitch with the internal lighting memory function. Ideally, a smart fan should remember your last brightness setting when you turn it on. During my testing, the Garwarm had a terrible habit of randomly resetting to its default, blindingly harsh cool white setting every few days. I constantly had to keep the remote on my desk just to fix my preferred lighting preset every morning. While the Garwarm offers a vastly superior airflow volume compared to our number 5 spot, the audible motor rattle on high speeds and the inconsistent memory hold it back from greatness. It is a capable cooling device only if you plan to exclusively use it on lower speeds and do not mind occasionally wrestling with the remote to correct the lighting. 3. Seyxicnor B0D91X321M. One major hurdle with socket fans is dealing with recessed lighting fixtures, where the fan blades end up scraping against the ceiling. Seyxicnor brilliantly solves this by including sturdy socket extenders right inside the box. I used these extenders in my long hallway, and it worked flawlessly to bring the fan down to the perfect, safe operational height. The lighting system on the Seyxicnor is beautifully executed and highly customizable for any environment. I was able to smoothly transition from a bright, energizing daylight tone perfect for cleaning down to a warm, cozy glow for the evening. The dimming transition is seamless, completely lacking the harsh flickering often seen in cheaper entry-level models. Furthermore, the light distribution is remarkably even, eliminating harsh shadows in the living space. When it comes to the actual fan performance, I was thoroughly impressed by how incredibly quiet the brushless motor operates. Even when pushed to its highest speed to circulate air down the entire hallway, the noise level remained an absolute whisper. You can feel a very distinct, refreshing downdraft that actively cools the surrounding area, making it significantly more comfortable without creating a noisy environment. The Seyxicnor is a fantastic mid-tier option that genuinely delivers on all of its marketing promises. The inclusion of the socket extenders proves that the manufacturer actually understands the practical installation problems consumers face. With its highly reliable remote whisper-quiet motor and versatile lighting, it stands as a highly commendable choice that I would comfortably recommend to anyone. 2. Bell+Howell SocketAir. I screwed the SocketAir right into the center of my garage, a notoriously stuffy and hot space, hoping it could pull double duty as both a work light and a cooling mechanism. Finding a gadget that handles both extremes perfectly is rare, but this model felt incredibly promising. The LED illumination on the SocketAir is exceptionally powerful and expansive. It completely transformed my garage from a dim, cavernous room into a brilliantly lit workspace where I could actually see the finer details of my weekend projects. The wireless control is also highly intuitive. The remote is incredibly responsive from completely across the room, allowing me to dial in the exact brightness I need. I never experienced any connectivity dropouts during my entire month of testing it out. The aerodynamic design of the internal blades on the SocketAir is where it truly shines in the cooling department. Despite the compact footprint necessary to fit into a socket, these blades bite into the air aggressively. Standing beneath it, I felt a continuous, strong column of air that successfully cut through the stagnant garage heat. It doesn't just blow hot air around, it genuinely provides a refreshing, cooling downdraft. Ranking securely at number 2, the Bell+Howell SocketAir is an absolute workhorse of a device. It combines blindingly good illumination with a robust, powerful fan motor that refuses to quit or rattle, even after hours of continuous operation. It is a highly reliable plug-and-play solution that punches way above its weight class in both performance and durability. 1. Bell+Howell Socket Breeze. If you're looking for the absolute pinnacle of light socket ceiling fan technology available right now, this is it. The Socket Breeze features a stunning, sleek silver finish that instantly modernizes any room you place it in. I installed it right in my main living room, a space that demands both aesthetic appeal and high-level performance. The installation was just as effortless as screwing in a standard light bulb, taking less than 30 seconds to set up. The cooling capability of the Socket Breeze is genuinely astonishing for a device in this category. It utilizes a highly advanced motor that generates a remarkably wide and powerful cone of moving air. Unlike older models that only cool directly beneath them, the Socket Breeze manages to circulate the air throughout a surprisingly large radius. I could sit comfortably on my sofa several feet away and still feel a distinct cooling breeze. It entirely eliminated my need to drag a bulky, noisy floor fan into the center of the room. The smart features and intelligent lighting integration are completely flawless. The provided remote control is intuitively laid out, granting instant access to perfectly calibrated color temperatures and smooth dimming functions without any noticeable lag. Furthermore, the motor remains blissfully silent across all speed settings, ensuring that your cooling never competes with your television audio or family conversations. The Bell+Howell Socket Breeze is the undisputed champion of modern socket fans. It perfectly marries an elegant, premium design with unmatched airflow and brilliant, easily customizable lighting. It manages to eliminate every common frustration associated with these devices, offering a robust, whisper-quiet, and powerful solution that genuinely improves the comfort of your home.